Hi everyone, this is Moon Evans. Today I want to show you how you can use oil paint in your sketchbook. First, I prepped the page with a couple of layers of gesso. Most sketchbook paper is pretty absorbent, and I want the paint to sit on top rather than soaking in. That's why I use gesso. It creates a nice surface to work on. It dries fast, kind of like acrylic paint. Once that was dry, I brushed on a thin layer of burnt umber to give the page a bit of warmth. I also mixed in a little neo-megulp to help the paint flow more smoothly. Now, why do I love using a sketchbook for oil painting? Well, for starters, it's the best way to explore creativity without pressure. This isn't about making a perfect painting. It's just for you. Even though I'm sharing my process here usually, my sketchbook is private. It's where I experiment and try things I might feel nervous about doing on canvas. It's freeing. Another reason is that I can paint anything I want. When I create pieces for my gallery, I have to think about consistency, but in my sketchbook, I can play with all kinds of subjects. It feels like being a kid again. Endless possibilities. Lastly, I use my sketchbook to test out color combinations before working on a larger painting. Sometimes a painting looks great in my head, but once I start adding colors, something feels off. If the color harmony doesn't work, I'd have to redo the whole thing. That's why I experiment first. It saves me time and frustration later. Oh, and one more thing I love about sketchbooks, you get to keep all your artwork in one place. It's so satisfying to flip through when it's full. Since oil paint takes time to dry, I rotate between 4 sketchbooks. But if that sounds like too much, you can use a ring binder with loose pages. Once a page dries, just slip it into a clear folder, and you'll have all your oil sketches neatly organized. For sketchbooks, I love Stillman Birn Delta and Zeta Series, 270 GSM, A4 size. If I'm sketching with charcoal or pencil, my go-to is the Strathmore Drawing 400 series. I've tried so many brands, and these are my favorites. Stillman Birn for oil sketches with gesso and Strathmore 400 for dry media. For this painting, I looked for a reference that had a sunset and a feeling of breaking free. I wanted to remind myself it's okay to create freely, to follow my heart, and to not worry about art style or what others might say. Just have fun. I'm really happy with how this piece turned out. What about you? What do you want to paint? No pressure. It's just a piece of paper. Thank you for watching. See you next time.